Alright, so here we are. This is catnip here. I'm trying to let it go to seed so I can collect the seeds. Marigolds, nasturtium. But in here is the broccoli. And we have some kohlrabi down there. Radish in here as well. So here's some of the radish. So this box is doing okay. There's a couple of volunteer onions that come up from the soil from last year. There's some lettuce in here. So like all of our boxes have multiple plants in them. There's onions and carrots. So my nettings come loose. So in the last update, I had just harvested these. As you can see, they're ready to harvest again. So I'll be coming through and taking off all of the greens. You can dehydrate them, or you can just chop them and freeze them, use them fresh. But we like to dehydrate them or freeze them so we have them for use through the winter. Kids made a couple little bee drinks along here. Lavender, some herbs. Celery's doing fairly well. Never really have the best success with celery here. So we usually don't do too many plants of it, just a little for fresh eating. Peas. These are the snow peas. Another onion and carrots. Some volunteer lettuce that come up. All of the peppers and tomatoes are stunted in growth because our nights are getting quite cool still, but this is a paprika, so it's starting flowering again. This end box is broccoli that's gone to seed, but last update I showed you the cauliflower was going to start, and it has. So there's a few cauliflower in here, and the romaine lettuce, and more radish in here as well. We have beans, bush beans, and beets all along in here. This is Roma tomatoes, and the jalapenos are here, so they're producing like crazy, even though they're stunted. But in our zone, it's pretty hard to keep them in until it's plus 10 at night, so we don't have a lot of nights that are above plus 10. This is the sugar pumpkins, so they're a smaller pumpkin. We have some watermelon here. The acre tomatoes with the nasturtiums. So the nasturtiums are finally starting to grow a little faster now. So in this box, we're using the nasturtiums as a ground cover, but as well as a trap crop, they call it. So the bugs and the pests will be more attracted to the nasturtium flowers, which are just going to start. And they should leave the tomatoes alone then. Oh, it's my little Sonic sonic guy to help keep the cats out of the garden. I'll shut them off. These are Algonquin pumpkins. So I have male flowers starting to pop up. So with the squash flowers, if they're long on the inside, the stamen, then it's a male. And if they have a little fruit on the bottom, then you know it's a female flower. So here's some other flowers that are going to start, and they all look like males. I don't know if I have any female flowers ready. So the male flowers usually come out first to start attracting your pollinators to the area and the plants, and then your female flowers will come after. So more watermelon and some lettuce, lots of lettuce, more lettuce. This is pickling. Cucumbers here, really spotty germination, but these guys have just started to come up, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we have a late fall, or otherwise we're gonna miss out on a lot of produce this year. And over here is the Three Sister plot. So here's the cocoa blue pole bean and corn. I had 2 corns in each mound, but it looks like only one come up. And a pumpkin, who's also going to flower. These pumpkins were actually we saved seeds from pumpkins we had bought from a local Hutterite colony. And I'm not sure if they were pure seeds or not, but we'll see what we get from all of these plants. So there's quite a few of the beans are up now. Last week there wasn't that many. Some of our mounds didn't do very good at all. Like this one, we just have a corn. There's no bean or pumpkin in here. But lots of them have all three happening. I will say I really prefer the wood mulch over the straw mulch, but I thought I would give the straw mulch a chance. But yeah, I think I'll be going back to the wood mulch. Our flower G at the end here is doing okay. It's not the best, but with the amount of storms we've been having, I'm surprised the flowers are even alive. It's just so much water. Oh, pretty little flowers. And then up in here, eventually this will all be ground plots all through here. But we're going to have a row of raspberry coming down this way. We have one gooseberry here. But we'll have the row of raspberry. And we have Saskatoons in the far back there by the field. And then we have a cherry tree here. And then out from here, eventually will be ground plots. This was like really neglected land, never done really anything with it. So we have quite a bit of work. I would love to put pigs or something here for a season, but it's right close to our neighbor's house, closer to their house than our house. So I think we'll probably just tarp it in and try to kill off a lot of the weeds and force the weeds to germinate under the poly and then kill them off. So that's a project for this year, to try to get it ready for more ground plots next year. And then going up this way, we have the Haskap's up here. So we'll be getting more Haskap bushes, but for right now we have 4 of them here. And we have a blueberry. Blueberries never do well here. We're too alkaline and our well water's alkaline. So we try, like we do a citric compost, and we add spent coffee grounds to the soil. But one of the 4 made it through this last winter. That seems to be what happens. We can get them to be 2-3 years old and then they die off on us. And this is lilacs, except for our son's little maple tree that he's trying to save, who's gonna have to get moved to a different spot. But for now, till he's doing a little better, he can stay here and be babied. But the different types of lilacs through here. This soil up here needs a lot of work. It was all just brambly bush that we cut out this year. My bag of wood mulch. But that is basically the garden update. We still don't have all the trellises up yet at the ends of the boxes, but we're slowly getting there. There's always so much to do this time of year with the animals and gardens. So one day at a time.